Hey guys. As you all know, I really enjoy making videos, and a lot of them are very personal. And as I have gone along with these videos, they've progressively gotten more personal, and I've shared more intimate details with the world. And I'll tell you, what encourages me to keep doing that is I get a lot of private messages from so many different people, and some that I would have never expected to relate to my message. And they let me know that they either connected with what I said, or maybe I inspired or motivated them to do something that day. And some of them say they just needed to hear what it was I had to say, that message, it reached them and they felt like they needed it. And when I get one of those messages, it just makes me want to keep doing this. And I know that for some people this would be a nightmare, and they probably can't understand why I would share these personal details. And I understand that point of view. But mine is that I'm a human, you're a human, we're all flawed, we're all imperfect, we all make mistakes. And I feel more comfortable now sharing these things because I'd rather own it and wear it like a badge of honor than to hide it in the shadows and run from it. Because I think that any part of yourself that you run from, it just eats away at you. And so I am becoming more confident in just owning who I am, even the worst horrible parts and some of the things that I've done, you know. And the more of that I expose, not just to y'all but to myself, and the more I kind of reflect upon it, darkness starts to eradicate itself and the light is able to shine through, and I feel relieved. With that being said, today's message may be one of the most personal I've shared. Some backstory is that I was sexually abused as a child. A lot of you probably already know that. I think I've maybe talked about that before, definitely posted about it. And it continued different times in adulthood. And then my household growing up was tumultuous, to say the least. It was toxic most days. There was a lot of addiction happening, a lot of there was like a lot of violence. It was a really stressful, chaotic way for a child to live. And unfortunately, whatever you're raised in, if you don't have strong outside influences to steer you otherwise, you think that that is a normal environment, and you will go on to reproduce that environment even if you grew up hating it. And that's exactly what I did. I grew up and I just repeated cycles that I thought were normal. And even though they produced negative consequences, it was like I didn't really know any other way to live. I didn't know how to break free of what was killing me. And so what got me thinking about that today is I saw where my brother was arrested again for domestic violence. And this is not his first domestic violence charge. He's also had a false imprisonment charge and a bevy of other ones. And it got me to thinking about my own arrest record. And I've been arrested many times because I've made a lot of mistakes. But I was kind of thinking about, like, what set me on that trajectory? Like, what... I was thinking about the background of how I had become, like, trapped in this insanity. And I was thinking about one of the days that I got arrested. I had to turn myself in. I had accidentally missed court, and I realized that, and so I knew I'd have to go turn myself in. And I was so upset about it, and just like sick at my stomach and nervous because nobody likes jail. And my parents helped me get drunk, you know, to quote unquote take the edge off so that it wouldn't be so bad. And at the time it seemed reasonable, and now being removed a few years from all that, I look at it and it's clearly heinous. And it's not even like a blame game, because honestly I don't think that they know better either, right? I think they're just repeating cycles. And I'm an adult, so I'm accountable for my actions. And so this isn't a sympathy video. It's a video of hope. It's a video of hope. Okay, it's a video of me letting you know that you can cut ties with toxic people in your life, even if they're family. And I've had to do that. I don't have any relationship with my parents. I don't have any relationship with my brother. And that can be lonely, yes. but it's for the best of my life. And I'm sending a message to anyone out there who may be in a similar situation, that just because someone is your blood or your family, you're not obligated, you're not required to stay in their lives, to keep them in your life, to let them dictate any part of your life, and to let them spread their toxic matter to you. You're allowed to do what's best for you. You're allowed to make healthy, smart, good decisions. And I also want to send a message that, like, if you're able to do that, it's gonna take time to build new habits, to build new boundaries, to learn a different way to live. For me, that has been through a lot of trial and error, and it's also been through a lot of professional help with counseling and support groups and getting help that I needed. And like I said, the trial and error, I've had to, like, developing boundaries, because I grew up with no boundaries. You know, your parents are getting drunk with you. There's no privacy. I'm being sexually molested. Like, there's no boundaries there, right? And it's always been a free-for-all. There's this crazy, terrible, wild ride I couldn't get off. And so learning, quote-unquote, normal ways to live, and of course there is no normal, but, like, learning healthy, calm ways that are positive for me to live, that has been all trial and error. I haven't had a lot of support and guidance in that way. And so I've learned from friends, the ones that I have kept anyway. I've had to cut most of those out too, because the thing about dysfunction is you draw in people that have a similar dysfunction. And so you got to be wary of that. People that you click with immediately, if it's based on some, you know, more negative parts of your life, then it's your dysfunction being drawn to their dysfunction. Anyway, so the friends that I have kept that are positive, I've learned from them. I've learned from just kind of feeling it out, seeing what feels good, what behaviors are giving me positive results. And I haven't been a part of my family's life in about 5 years, and it's taken a lot, and it is hard sometimes, but I want to send a message that you can cut these people out. That is an option. You know, don't think it's not. And I think some people do feel that way, that, like, it's not even an option. You're not allowed to cut these people out, but you are, and you can get help. And I don't believe in running from your past. I used to, you know, I was ashamed of the mistakes I'd made, but I'm sick of that. I don't want to live that way anymore. We all make mistakes. Most of us have broken the law. Some of us just get caught and some don't. Not that I'm encouraging you to break the law. I'm not. I'm just saying we're all human. We're all flawed. And I think it's great to be vulnerable and be honest. And I, for one, have very much enjoyed being candid with everyone. And so I'm not running anymore. I'm not hiding. I've made lots of mistakes. I'm trying to better my life. You can too. And that's my message for today is you're free to change yourself. Don't let anyone hold you back or stop you from that, family, friend, or not. And if they want to stop you from that, they're not your friend anyway. Be blessed, y'all.